1st Army mobilizes, trains, and deploys all CONUS-based Army National Guard and U.S. Army Reserve forces mobilizing in support of operations around the world. 1st Army is a multi-component command with a headquarters, 2 divisions, 16 training support brigades, and 103 training support battalions located throughout the continental United States. As Forces Command's executive agent for Reserve Component Training Support, 1st Army provides training across a broad set of mission requirements. Trainers from 1st Army's 2 divisions, Division East at Fort Meade, Maryland, and Division West at Fort Hood, Texas, incorporate the latest Army doctrine while collaborating closely with the deploying unit's leadership and subject matter experts to develop and execute a comprehensive training plan tailored to the unit's mission.
Welcome to Division West. My name is Major General Chuck Anderson. We have 48 battalions, 8 brigades, dedicated in providing relevant and realistic training for our reserve component forces, as well as Air Force and Navy forces doing Army missions.
Provide security for your buddies! Got security! We got security! Spread out! Spread out! Let them get some room to get through! Spread out!
I'm Major General Kevin R. Wendell, Commanding General of the 1st Army Division East. Our mission is to train America's military servicemen and women for the challenges for overseas deployment and return them home safely. First, indeed, train for combat.
Since 9/11, 1st Army has mobilized and deployed more than 750,000 soldiers supporting Operation New Dawn, Operation Enduring Freedom, Kosovo Forces, Guantanamo Bay, Multinational Forces Sinai, and the Horn of Africa. In 2011, 1st Army trained nearly 70,000 soldiers, sailors, and airmen, organized into more than 1,300 units with diverse missions ranging the entire spectrum, from division headquarters, expeditionary sustainment commands, brigade combat teams for full spectrum operations, combat aviation brigades, security force, counter rocket artillery and mortar, counter IED, base camp command and control, the air defense mission in the National Capital Region, down to 2-person unit ministry teams.
I love being in the Army. I love wearing the uniform. I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of the fact that, that I'm able to push as many, and hopefully I can influence, somebody each time, in a positive way.
Ready to move! Got your cover! Moving! Go!
1st Army's training support brigades are the linchpin to making mobilization work. They must fully understand the mission requirements, translate these requirements into a cohesive training plan, monitor unit personnel and equipment readiness, and oversee the deployment of personnel and equipment to meet mission requirements in theater.
What motivates me is training soldiers, making sure that, when they get ready to go overseas, that they're well prepared. Like I said, it's not just for them, it's for their families as well.
1st Army is continuing to consolidate its training support brigades at 6 mobilization training centers. Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Fort Bliss and Fort Hood, Texas. Joint Base McGuire-Dix, Lakehurst, New Jersey. Camp Shelby, Mississippi. And Camp Atterbury, Indiana, while simultaneously developing a functional and mission command training capability. These mobilization training centers continue to focus their efforts on training specific mission sets required for the current fight, while maintaining the ability and flexibility to support any mission that the Army or combatant commanders may require in the future.
I thought it was the best training I've ever had to date. It actually mimicked a real dynamic situation. In fact, I've actually done this before in real Humvees, but there was a lot less to react to. There was a lot less freedom to create scenarios. So this system actually was better.
The core of our training support comes from our base of trainer mentors. 1st Army trains and certifies its trainer mentors at the 1st Army Training Academy at Camp Shelby, Mississippi. Here, recently returned combat veterans, both reserve component and active duty, are trained on the latest doctrine, tactics, techniques, and procedures, theater training guidance, and principles of training.
The better trained the units are and the more they understand the current threat that's out there, will help them be more successful and help them bring more soldiers back home.
Learned more than I was expecting to, so I'm very happy with it and feel much more prepared than a month ago.
Training is the cornerstone within 1st Army. Our trainer mentors are some of the best NCOs, and all are the backbone of this great organization. As the senior trainer with 1st Army, I know that training soldiers is our most important job. Our nation's soldiers deserve our best efforts, and 1st Army delivers. For our Army and the nation, first indeed, who?
Our primary training audience, the Army Reserve and Army National Guard, is an experienced, motivated, and dedicated operational force. 1st Army's training support must continue to focus on these strong attributes as it moves forward with transformation. The experience of the last 8 years validates the 1st Army training support concept of applying the proper amount of resources at the right place and at the right time to achieve the highest payoff. With minor training focus adjustments from full spectrum to mission-specific training, a deploying unit is then flexible, yet fully mission qualified to support worldwide operations. 1st Army is fully supportive of the nation's citizen soldiers and the sacrifices they and their families make while serving our country. We continue to strive for the best in each and every one, ensuring their safety and welfare during their time away from the home front. Here since 1918, providing combat-ready forces to the fight in the name of national security and freedom. Trained and ready, indeed.